All right, so we're continuing in chapter 18, cardiovascular emergencies, and we're finishing up the patient assessment part. And in this section, we're going to focus on the assessment of heart sounds and reassessment on page 1168. So, when we start talking about assessing the heart sounds, this does require a relatively quiet environment so that you can actually hear the lub dub of the patient's heart. So, a detailed assessment of heart sounds is not always practical in the pre hospital setting, but the purpose is to identify that lub dub sound indicating the cardiac valves are operating properly. So there's four heart sounds that we can potentially identify. S1 and S2 are your normal heart sounds. So S1 occurs near the beginning of ventricular contraction or systole when the tricuspid and the mitral valves are closed. The tricuspid valve closing may be louder in patients who have pulmonary hypertension because of that increased pressure on that valve. S1 sounds can also be louder in patients with anemia, fever, hyperthyroidism, if the valves are open when the ventricles contract, or with mitral valve stenosis. They can be decreased if that mitral valve is calcified or if it's fibrotic, patients with obesity or emphysema, or a potential patient with cardiac tamponade. A split sound results in any delay in the closing of the two valves. And so this is considered to be abnormal because the mitral valve and the tricuspid valve, they should be working in conjunction with one another. Your S2 heart sounds occur near the end of ventricular contraction when the pulmonary and the aortic valves close. These are louder in patients with chronic hypertension or pulmonary hypertension because they have higher closing pressures. It's decreased in patients with hypotension. Now, these heart sounds may be split in the case of a right bundle branch block where there's a delay in the pulmonic valve closing. The aortic valve may close more slowly than the pulmonic valve in situations involving those left bundle branch blocks. Now, your S3 and your S4 heart sounds are extra heart sounds, and they're considered to be abnormal. So, S3 is a abnormal heart sound in adults that's caused by ventricular wall vibrations resulting from a rapid filling period of the ventricle during the beginning of diastole. And this is typically associated with heart failure. Your S4 heart sounds are rare and they're heard just before S1. And this is caused by turbulent filling of a stiff ventricle in hypertrophy and possible myocardial infarction. A gallop rhythm is when S1, S2, S3 occurs in a sequence and it sounds like a horse galloping, and that's why it's called a galloping rhythm. A murmur is a sound of turbulent blood flow through the valves, and this can be caused by increased blood flow across a normal valve or flow across an irregular or constricted valve. It could also be blood flowing into an enlarged heart chamber or a backward blood flow through a compromised valve. So finally, your reassessment. So reassessment ideally should be done en route to the hospital. We always begin by repeating the primary assessment, rechecking the level of consciousness, rechecking those primary life threats X, A, B, C, D, E. Vital signs every 5 minutes for critical patients, 15 minutes for stable patients, and we repeat the physical exam. We assess the effectiveness of all of our interventions, prepare the proper documentation, and then notify the receiving facility of any history findings, physical exam findings, cardiac monitoring, or ECG findings. So this finishes up the section on the assessment of heart sounds and your reassessment. If you have any questions, please let me know.